Okay, so welcome to Batteries Not Polluted. Our ultimate goal is to empower young people to make environmentally sustainable choices, fight for social justice for all people, and overall be a force of good in the world. Our goal, on a much more physical note, is to raise 1 million recycled electronics, which does seem like a very, very daunting task, but with the help of our wonderful ambassadors and with everyone out there, it is made possible.
So thank you so much, Vic, for being here. We'll just start a discussion, see what you're feeling, what Klara and I are feeling, and get this going. So yeah, would you like to just quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Victoria.
Also, I'm Charlotte, and this is Klara, and we have another co-founder named Maya, who you'll meet in the future.
I've always loved talking about environmental issues because I know how important it is for not only people in this country, but every country all around the world. And speaking about it will encourage others to take action, which is exactly why I'm here, and I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited.
We've actually compiled a list of statistics all directly pertaining to the effects of electronic waste or just the accessibility to electronics. In the US, about 43% of adults generate less than $30,000 in salary annually do not own a laptop, as stated in 2021 by the Pew Research Center. Only 59% of the lowest income homes in Canada have stable internet access. In 2020, 4.4 million households in North America with children did not have consistent computer access. And lack of access to technology has a severe impact on development. In the US, a study by the National Center for Education Statistics showed that eighth graders without internet access are an average of 27 months behind their peers. So you can clearly see just by hearing these statistics how much accessibility to electronics makes a difference in this modern world.
Yes, and that ties into our mission at Batteries Not Polluted, because when we recycle tech, not only are we dealing with all this pollution that just causes more environmental destruction, but it also does give opportunity to correct some of this in-access issues by giving people technology that can change their lives.
The internet has its downsides, but it's also an essential tool to have information and to have open communication. And since technology is constantly progressing, it's important to have that asset at least as a choice and an option instead of not having it at all.
I am a firm believer that we need societal and corporate change. I can get very passionate on that, but at the end of the day, I think each person does have the power to make some difference and then inspire a whole slew of other people to also make a difference. We know there's power in numbers, and so we think that if anyone, any of you listening, or the three of us have an idea or something that they want to put in place, go for it, because ultimately we are the ones that can change the world. So Vic, do you have any thoughts on why it's important for each person to do environmentally sustainable actions or whatnot?
It's definitely a butterfly effect, and having even small actions can build up over time. And like you said, power in numbers. A few examples of this is probably like a few things that I do as well, like having almond milk or recycling plastics or reusing plastics that you use, like plastic bags, reusing things and putting things in the right garbage. That's essential too. And it is a build-up, and if everyone does it as a community, then all of us can strive together and form a better future.
I mean, I always love to use the example of a blizzard. If, during the winter you have one snowflake falling, it doesn't do much. But with the power of thousands and thousands of snowflakes, you can make a blizzard. So individual action can do so much. It can motivate so many people, being a good role model. How many times have we seen that? Ultimately, we create demand for change. And I think that's what we want to do here.
Even with the vegan movement, it started with like a very small select few, and now we see vegan products all over the place. And even people who aren't vegan are consuming more vegan products because of the availability. So it really does come down to each person being able to make a difference. And that's important. So keep that in mind. I guess then we can pivot into corporate action and like messages for the world on a global level. Obviously, we know that there are people who have the power to do stuff with their wealth, their connections, their platforms that they simply aren't doing in order of like producing change in the world. It is clearly lacking. So what would you say in terms of that? How do you think we can start a movement that would go to these global levels?
I think having strong leadership can always inspire others, and it really is from top to bottom. If it starts at the top, then it can branch out and reach everyone on an individual level.
At least personally, and I could talk about this forever, so I'll have to edit some of this out. But I think a lot of these companies do performative action. They feel they need to, especially with the environment, with all their vegan products, things that they're doing. And then behind the scenes, it's not actually happening. Like I know I watched this whole documentary on the makeup industry and how they have all these products that are like claiming to be super sustainable, but then they aren't. So it is, you know, kind of devastating in that this is being reinforced and there's this kind of drive for more money, more profit over exploiting other people, human rights, and the environment. So I think transparency in this day and age is equally as important, making sure that we're having the right moves and we're then able to use that to make the world better. Like we don't want to hide anymore or turn our focus away from these issues. I think it's important to face them head on.
For sure. We're seeing the terms greenwashing a lot now too. We're seeing companies use a lot of words like organic and all natural when they really don't mean what we think they mean. And I think at Batteries Not Polluted, we want to motivate not just the individual, but the corporation, the organization to make a bigger change because they're capable of that and it's never too late to do good.
Well, I think the fact that they are performing means that we are making a difference because the fact that they are trying to appease people means that people want this. People are demanding this, you know? And you are right, they are not really doing what they're saying. But that's why we should hold them accountable and to stop making them monetize everything instead of making things an act for money, to make it an ethical issue and something that everyone should strive for no matter what kind of money is involved.
I think that the rate at which change is occurring is not going to guarantee our safety as a planet because as much as there are good things, there's equally as much bad things constantly reinforced. And I think that if we're not able to make colossal change at a quick rate, our planet is dying too quickly for us to, you know, justify this small change. So it is tricky, but yeah, I guess we'll just get into, is there hope? I think these environmental agencies, these advocates that are coming out are inspiring. They're, you know, creating this message that will eventually lead to change, but do you think it is happening quick enough and at a rate that will sustain our planet?
The answer is no. But as a people, as a society, I think we are moving towards awareness and wanting action. So the fact that we want it and the fact that we are desiring it and having these organizations like Batteries Not Polluted really does show the tides shifting in a sense. And even though there's not institutional change, we should strive for it anyways. Even though it seems hopeless, we should always try to make change. The fact that we're doing this in itself has merit. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that's beautifully put. I think a lot of people underestimate how much good we can produce. So I know we've already said it, but it's good to reinforce that yes, each and every one of you has the power to make some change. And that the more we dismiss that and pretend that we're, you know, not able to make that change, the more we're just letting these issues reoccur when it is time for us to own our power and feel good about the things that we're doing in the world. So yes, that'll bring us into, I guess, our conclusion. Thank you all so much for being here today. Remember to follow us at Batteries Not Polluted. It's kind of like Batteries Not Included, that you'll see the tagline on like a package, but Batteries Not Polluted. because environmental sustainability. And yeah, we're really just trying to make people aware of the environment, aware of social justice issues, and then know how to take tangible steps to move forward and better these issues. So thank you so much. And yes, also email us batteriesnotpolluted@gmail.com. And eventually we'll have a website. We're excited to grow, learn, meet more people. So yeah, we're really, really hopeful.
If you have any inquiries, any comments and questions, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We know that this task is a big one. It's going to require a lot of work, but we know with all of you here, with all of our wonderful supporters, we can make change happen. And most importantly, we can make good happen. So I hope you'll stick with us on this wonderful journey of recycling and just trying to make the world a better place. And with that, I think we just want you to know, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter how small you think your actions are, they can inspire so many people and make so much happen.